welcome to Inside Africa Network. My name is Super Nexus, and if this is your first time here, I want you to personally welcome you to the community that believes in the limitless potential of Africa. Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe and become part of this growing family. This channel is for every African on the continent. Every member of the African diaspora around the world, and everyone who believes in a future built on unity, democracy, accountability, innovation, prosperity, and pride in our own rich cultures. So here we don't just talk about Africa as it is today. We imagine what Africa could become tomorrow. We explore bold ideas, celebrate African excellence, preserve our cultures, inspire the next generation, and ask the questions that challenge us to dream bigger. Whether you are watching from Lagos, Nairobi, Johannesburg, Cairo, Accra, Harare, Kigali, Dakar, Addis Ababa, Casablanca, London, New York, Sao Paulo, Kingston, Toronto, Sydney, or anywhere else in the world, this is your home. This is where Africans come together to imagine, to build, and to believe. Together, we are exploring a vision of an Africa that is peaceful, prosperous, innovative, democratic, accountable, and connected. An Africa that honors every nation, every language, every culture, and every people while working toward a brighter shared future. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's begin today's journey. Take a look at the phone in your hand. Go ahead. It probably woke you up this morning. It helped you check your messages, watch your favorite videos, order food, pay bills, take pictures, and maybe even start a business. Now, here is a question that sounds simple but has a huge answer. Where was your phone made? For most people across Africa, the answer is somewhere far away. Now, imagine something different. Imagine buying your next smartphone and flipping it over. Instead of seeing made somewhere else, you see designed and built in Africa. How would that change your life? At first, you might think it wouldn't matter. A phone is a phone, right? Not quite. Imagine thousands of young African engineers designed the next generation of smartphones from innovation hubs in Nairobi, Kigali, Lagos, Cape Town, Accra, Cairo, and Addis Ababa. Imagine African software developers creating operating systems that understand African languages from day one. Imagine voice assistants that pronounce African names correctly instead of sounding like they are trying to summon an ancient dragon. Imagine opening your maps app and every village, every road, every local business is perfectly mapped because the people building the technology actually live here. Suddenly, technology doesn't just work in Africa, it works for Africa. Now, think bigger. Every smartphone factory needs workers. Not hundreds, but thousands. Engineers, technicians, electricians, designers, programmers, quality inspectors, logistics specialists, security teams, marketing experts, customer support, researchers. Every one of those jobs supports families. Every salary supports local businesses. Every factory helps another town grow. Now, imagine dozens of these factories spread across the continent. One in Egypt, another in Kenya, another in Nigeria, another in South Africa, another in Morocco, another in Ghana, Rwanda, etc. Each one specializing in different components. One builds camera modules, another designs processors, another develops batteries, another produces displays instead of exporting only raw materials. Africa exports finished technology admired around the world. That changes everything. African people, here is something many people don't think about. Africa already has many of the minerals used to manufacture modern electronics: cobalt, lithium, copper, manganese, graphite, rare earth elements. For decades, much of this wealth has left the continent in raw form. Imagine adding value before export. Imagine transforming those resources into finished products through responsible industries, skilled workers, and modern manufacturing. the value created would stay longer within African economies. But none of this happens by magic. Factories don't appear overnight. Innovation doesn't grow because someone makes an inspiring speech. It grows because countries invest in education, in electricity, in roads, in reliable internet, in research laboratories, in technical colleges, in universities, in stable institutions where businesses feel confident investing for decades instead of months. That's the foundation. Without it, dreams remain dreams. With it, dreams become industries. Now, picture the next generation. A 12-year-old girl in Malawi builds a first robot at school. A teenager in Senegal designs an app that solves a local problem. A university student in Tanzania develops a breakthrough battery technology. An entrepreneur in Uganda launches a company that hires 5 people. 5 become 50, 50 become 5,000. That's how technology ecosystems are built. Not by one genius, by millions of ordinary people given extraordinary opportunities. And here's the beautiful part. Competition makes everyone better. Imagine 10 African smartphone brands competing to build the fastest camera, the strongest battery, the smartest artificial intelligence, and the most affordable device. Consumers win, innovation accelerates, prices become more competitive, quality improves, the world starts paying attention. People in Europe begin asking, have you seen the latest African smartphone? Its camera is incredible. Its battery lasts 3 days. Its design is beautiful. Its software supports over 100 languages. That's a different conversation from one we often hear today. It's a conversation built on innovation instead of stereotypes. Of course, manufacturing every smartphone used across Africa would be an enormous challenge. Supply chains are complex. Semiconductors require advanced fabrication plants costing billions of dollars. Specialized machinery takes years to build. Highly trained engineers don't appear overnight. Global competition is intense. These realities matter. But every global manufacturing leader started somewhere. Now, country awake one morning already dominating technology. No country woke up one morning already dominating technology. It took decades of investment, learning, setbacks, and persistence. Africa can learn from those experiences while creating its own path. Perhaps the future isn't about one country doing everything. Perhaps different African nations specialize. Some become leaders in chip design, others focus on battery technology, others become software powerhouses, others manufacture displays, others develop artificial intelligence. Together, they build an ecosystem that's stronger than any one country could create alone. And imagine the pride. A young entrepreneur walks into a store. She buys a beautifully designed smartphone engineered by African talent. She knows the company employs thousands of people across the continent. She knows students helped develop some of its software. She knows local suppliers helped build its components. Her purchase supports innovation close to home. That's more than buying a phone. That's investing in a future. But technology alone isn't enough. The most advanced factory in the world cannot replace good governance. Innovation thrives where contracts are respected, where corruption is reduced, where entrepreneurs compete fairly, where ideas matter more than connections, where investors trust institutions, and where education prepares young people for tomorrow instead of yesterday. These aren't glamorous headlines, but they are the quiet engines behind every successful technology economy. Imagine an Africa where those foundations become stronger every year, where universities partner with industries, where governments encourage entrepreneurship, where young investors receive funding instead of being told their dreams are impossible, where success stories inspire millions of children to study engineering, science, design, and mathematics. Imagine classrooms filled with future inventors instead of future job seekers alone. Imagine African companies becoming global household names. Imagine the next technological breakthrough carrying an African logo, not because the world gave Africa permission, but because African talent earned global respect through creativity, hard work, and excellence. The phone in your pocket may seem like a small project or a small object, but behind every smartphone is an entire economy: factories, universities, research engineers, designers, logistics, creativity, vision. Now, imagine all of that growing across Africa. Now, not someday because someone wished for it, but one investment, one classroom, one setup, one startup, one factory, and one breakthrough at a time. Perhaps the question isn't whether Africa could produce every smartphone it uses. Perhaps the better question is this: what do we need to start building today so that one day the answer becomes yes? So, this is the story. This is what's happening. Stay tuned. Peace.